Hey guys, around here at EntreLeadership, we have observed businesses for the past couple of decades and have observed and studied our own growth over the last 30 plus years and figured out that there are 5 stages of business. You go from treadmill operator to pathfinder to trailblazer to peak performer and finally to legacy builder when we start talking about and actually do succession. As you go through and as we have gone through, treadmill operator, I started this company on a card table in my living room, and later there were just a handful of us, and later on somebody invented the internet, and all this, right? So like as we've gone through these stages over the years, and there's not necessarily a number of years, but we have observed that there were areas of competency that as we took those areas of competency and got better at them, we tended to move through the stages. We call those the drivers of business. The first one is your personal driver. And with this, we talk a lot about what John Maxwell says, that you're the lid on your business. I'm the lid on my business. The guy in my mirror is holding my business back more than almost anything else. So you personally have to grow. You personally have to continue to work on your character. You continually work on your psychological well-being, your mental health. You work on your emotional and spiritual well-being, and you're reading and growing, and you know things that you didn't know. I have read so many books in the last 32 years on business that it blinds me when I think about it. I've forgotten more than I used to know. And so there you go. So you constantly have to be growing. If you're not growing, don't expect your business to. And then once you've got, you say check box, well, maybe, but it's never really checked because it's an ongoing thing. All of these drivers you're continually driving on. You need to make sure that you have a real strong purpose for your business. Business is bigger than the bottom line. If you're just working for money, you're not going to last. You won't stick out. You won't plow through. I just came out of a discussion a few minutes ago in a meeting. Listen, on principle, we have to know that this move that's going to make us a lot of money is not going to just make us a lot of money, that the customers involved are going to have their lives changed. If not, then this is just a money grab. And we don't do that at Ramsey. I just had that discussion a few minutes ago. And so that's purpose. We have to have a purpose that is bigger, badder, cooler than simply making money. Making money is a good thing. Go make you some money. I'm all about you getting some money. That's fine. But if that's all you're in it for, you're a little slimy. You need a purpose, something noble, bigger than that. If you're working on you and you got a good, strong purpose, you got to have the right people. Jim Collins says we have to have the right people on the bus, get the wrong people off the bus, and get the right people on the right seats on the bus. Building a unified team building, hiring and firing is the key to winning in business. The most rewarding thing you will ever do in business is your team, and the most frustrating, maddening thing you will ever do in business is your team. I mean, it's crazy, the stuff that people that used to work here will say that they never would have said when they were working here. I mean, but once you get away, you just, oh my gosh, right? So it hurts your feelings. I remember when you worked here, and you didn't act that way, and you weren't that, and now here you are being you're one of those. Oh my gosh, and I remember, and it's also rewarding. The guy that left here and has opened and is running this massive business, and he credits some of the success that he's had to what he learned when he worked here. Thank you, I appreciate that. And no, I'm not completely the reason for his success. I didn't say that. I said some of his success is due to what he learned while he worked here. People are both rewarding and frustrating. When they're on the team, they're both rewarding and frustrating. The people problems, the small-mindedness of the light is bothering me. Oh, kiss my butt. Oh, seriously. The pettiness of stuff. And it's like, oh, God, get your fingernails. Get some dirt under your fingernails. Come on, scratch a little bit, claw a little bit. Get something done here, baby. Come on, be somebody. Get up off your assumptions and go do something. I mean, seriously. And then on the other hand, they're so rewarding because they come up with great ideas, and they're smarter than me. And they work, and sometimes they're working harder than me, and very seldom, but that happens sometimes. And I mean, they come in and they're just good human beings. high character, high quality, take care of their wife, take care of their husband, love their kid. I mean, I just love being around people like this and having them on the team. It's the best thing ever happened. People are your biggest blessing and your biggest problem, and their biggest line item in your P&L too. So biggest investment psychologically and financially. Then that leads us to having a plan. You better have a plan, because if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time, Zig Ziglar said. And he was right. Winning is an intentional act. It doesn't happen by accident. Henry Cloud says you need a desired future. Pat Lencioni says you need a thematic goal. I don't care what the flip you call it, but you better have a target, baby, and you better be pulling that arrow back and letting it fly straight right at the bullseye. Otherwise, you're one of those stupid redneck kids like I used to be, standing in the backyard shooting your arrow up in the air, straight up in the air, and hoping it don't come down in the top of your head, right? And just watch it go into space and disappear, and then look for it to come back down and hope it misses you. Oh my God. That's what you're doing if you're working without a plan. You don't be that dumb kid. I actually did that crap. Yeah. But I grew up in the generation where we actually had lawn darts. Some fool invented the idea for children to throw pointed objects at each other through the air. And then and didn't think we were going to play chicken with them. Come on, what were you thinking? So, no, you need a plan. You need something you are aimed at on purpose. And then and only then do you need a product. You need to design your product and your service, your offering. What is your brand proposition? What is your value proposition? What's your brand differentiation? Why does your customer care to give you their time or their money, right? And boy, if you got a product that's moving, and you got good people, and you got a good plan, and you got a purpose, and you're on fire, and you're growing as a person, then it will naturally lead you to the sixth driver, which is profit. And profit is good. Profit is gas in the tank to go do more. Because as soon as you come around that circle of those six drivers, and they are circular, it leads you right back to personal. The more profit you make, the more you better be having your character straight. Because money will ruin a bad person. No, it actually exposes the fact that they're bad. Money will make a good person. No, it actually exposes the fact that they're good. That's what happens. And then purpose. Yeah, your purpose gets deeper the more money you got. The more you have to manage, the more you have to watch, the more responsibility you have, and the more people you have, because you're going to get more people. And more expensive people, too. They start costing more. Yeah. And then your plan. Oh, God. It goes from having a plan to now I actually have to have a strategy. God help me. We went from planning to strategy, and then I got really scary that we were getting wonky. But, hey, you got to have a strategy if you're going to be big. You can't just have a plan. And then your product's got to get better and bigger. And, oh, by the way, if your product's not iterating in a fast-changing market, you're already dead. Nobody told you yet. There you go. And then more profit comes, doesn't it? Yep. Profit is the applause your customers give you, Ken Blanchard says. Rabbi Daniel Lapin says that when your customers love you, they give you certificates of appreciation with presidents' faces on them. So expect the profits to come. That's the six drivers, and as you go through those six drivers, ever so often as you get better at each of those, and they lead to each other, and they get better and better and better and better and better, it spirals upward, and it'll cause you to level up through the 5 stages of business. And you'll move from treadmill operator to pathfinder to trailblazer to peak performer to legacy builder. And that's how we have done it, and that's how you'll do it if you're going to do it. Even if you don't admit that you're doing it. The EntreLeadership system is actually proven facts. It's what happens in business, particularly small business. So if you're out there with 5 to 200 team members, you're in one of these different 5 stages, you're running a 10,000 person publicly traded company. I'm really not talking to you. You're welcome to listen, but that's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to people like me, the backbone of America, small business. We love you, and we are here for you. So be sure you check out the EntreLeadership system, the 6 drivers and the 5 stages. Identify where you are and what you got to work on to level up, baby, and we'll help you. It's what we do. Check out Elite at EntreLeadership.com. It's free for the first 30 days. Have I mentioned to you before that it's free? You should check it out. This is the EntreLeadership Podcast.